Hey now, it's Sharon, and I'm back to share another idea on how we can retool, restructure, and build a better police force here in the U.S., starting with myself and my experiences, opinions, and things that I dealt with while being ostracized. That's what I share here on the channel. Like I said, starting with myself, I'm going to share another experience with you on how I see policing and how it can be better. If you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I worked for 20 years for a southeastern city in the U.S. I was also in the military. I'm sharing my thoughts, ideas, opinions, and just ideas. And so I was watching some news on ICE and what they're doing, and there was another shooting, the second one, and I think it is in many weeks. And people are saying the rhetoric on TV and in the news and people bad mouthing ICE is causing a dangerous situation for ICE. No, that's not causing the danger for ICE. ICE is causing the danger for ICE on the way they handle people, disrespectfully, talking to them, especially when you come up masked up. That right there sets a precedence, and it's offensive, right? To the person that's being targeted or talked to. You're talking to me with a mask on your face. And then how you approach, AU or however they do it, the disrespectful ways that I've seen, they're the ones causing problems for other ICE officers. Because guess what? My first encounter with ICE, and you're masked up, and then you're disrespectful, calling me out my name, asking me questions, and if I halfway know my rights, I know you're disrespectful. I know you're not trained, or if you are trained, you're definitely disrespecting the policies and the practices that they taught you. And so, with that being said, ICE is causing a problem for themselves in how they approach people and how they handle people. And then the next officer comes, and that person may not want to deal with that. They're upset. They're bothered by the uniform. Yes, you get attitude, but you're paid that six figure to deal with it, right? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I need to see your ID. Da da da. If they were respectful, you wouldn't see any of this. You wouldn't see any of the behaviors you would see right now that you're saying. So ICE is causing a problem for ICE. It's not the people. It's ICE, the officers. My understanding is a lot of them were fast-tracked in, and that we're seeing the results of fast-tracking folks in and what happens. And there's another piece to that in terms of if there are seasoned officers or military folks, they're just showing who they are. And I think I saw this on another person's channel. I don't remember his name. And he talked about seeing ICE with the chewing tobacco in his mouth, ripped up kind of hat, all kind of gadgets and gears. Wannabe. That's a wannabe. I always call them wannabes. But they don't know the laws. They don't know the rights that they have to treat with respect, and the fact that they hold that office. They don't care about that. They just want to rough some folks up, get these folks out of here, and doesn't matter how you do it. It's just going to get done. So no, ICE is causing a problem for ICE. I said that with officers, policing. If you go out there and you rough somebody up unnecessarily and you don't have to, or you're just doing it because you're behind, there's another word for that, but you're being a behind, when that person pulls off, another officer down the street encounters that person, they're left with the stench that you put off. Now this person is like, I'm disgusted and upset. And that puts that officer in danger. That's how you got to think of it. The way you behave towards people carries over to the next experience. It doesn't matter what these people are out here saying. Do you believe if ICE was respectful, thoughtful, caring, handling folks, we wouldn't see any of this? But yeah, I just want to share that little bit with you. That's what we need in policing, is the fact that there has to be a service-oriented training that people go through, or either come with, but they have to go through it. And so I'll leave it at that. If you have a comment, go ahead and comment, subscribe, like, share. Definitely want to hear your perspectives. Take a look at our online store. The link is in the description. I have a book. It's right there. It's on the shelf back there. It's called My Middle Eastern Conflict, Looking Back at My Future. It's on lulu.com, lulu.com. It's $15. I talk about a lot of the things and revelations that I got when I was going through the ostracism and retaliation of just telling the truth as an officer. So there's that. And I'll come back next week with some more. And as is our tradition, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you later. Bye.